Am I on? Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the New African channel. Here, our whole purpose is to bring you African-centered perspective. Come on in and talk over me while I'm recording. It would not be us without interruptions, because we're real people here. It's a real family, our real home, and we mostly do unedited and live videos. So that's what we offer here on this channel. So I'm coming in today just to pop on, bring you guys some updates, invite you to subscribe and follow us all over social media. You can get at me on Twitter, Cicely McClinton. You can get at New African Image Makers on Instagram. You can subscribe to our channel here, the New African. We just popped a Patreon, so that's also the New African, where we'll be bringing you, just going a little bit more in depth about things that we can actually do on YouTube, and for people who are actually interested in that. So that's the cool thing about Patreon. You know, you can subscribe and become a member based on your interests and you know who you really want to take your time listening to and learning from. So that's the cool thing about that. Make sure if you haven't purchased backend or the top hidden costs of repatriation, make sure you check out the links below, because those books are resources. They have referrals in there that will connect you with great information if you're thinking about, if you're remotely thinking about coming to Africa to stay, or even for a visit. There's a lot of good information packed into those two ebooks. And right now, my Patreon meetings, of course, you know, I'm giving them anything that I write as part of the leadership for my channel. I mean, for my Patreon. But if you guys want to just click the link, pop up the book, definitely got a lot of information in there. And I love for people to check those out before they call me with their questions or for their consultation, because then you know what to ask. If you have a foundation and you go through some of the steps that I line out in both of those books, then you can make the most of your consultancy, even if you don't consult with me, because it's other people. I don't know all the consultants here, but I know Yazid Muhammad, and I know Repatriate.com. I think that's the Cambone family. And then it's a few other ones. So, and these are services that I highly recommend, because it helps you to save time, save money, save frustration. Unless you want to be the reality show TV YouTubers for your trip to Ghana. Okay, no beef. My son said no beef. I can't get into that. But let's just say, do you want to come all the way to Africa and be disappointed and feel bad, or do you want to come over here like so many of us and just looking beautiful and living our best lives? It's up to you. Information is there. That's why we're providing it, and that's why we're here. I do want to address one thing about this YouTube thing. About a year and a half ago, I met with a group of repats. We had a meeting as part of the Ghana Investment Tool, which is led by Alicia Johnson. Check that out too. I'm going to list the links in this video. I want you to be able to look at everything that I'm saying. You go into it, check it out, see what you think. But we sat down, and one of the things that we agreed to was that we needed a referral base. We needed somebody, us as a group, has to go on the record and say, this is what I did, this is who I worked with, this was the result of that, and this is what I recommend for you. So I took a step after a year and a half of nobody else doing it and started the referral list. But I invite all of you who have experience living and working in Africa to get at me with your recommendations and your referrals for that list. Let's not let negative vibes override the positive work that we know is happening over here. So if you've worked with an architect or engineer or a firm or a consultant or a tour company that you highly recommend, please get at me. Send me a message. Let's get in contact with email. Give me your recommendation. Let us go through the process of vetting and, whatever due diligence we need to put in to really see this business or this service. And then that way we can expand our referral network. And I just think I don't just think, we all agree as a group of repats that this would tremendously help our coordinating our moves over here and taking care of business and just, being able to fulfill our dreams. We don't want to romanticize Africa. Nowhere on the earth is perfect, and I have to keep saying that. But at the same time, some mistakes that maybe people went through 10 or 20 years ago, do you have to repeat them? No, you don't. So if you have businesses that you use and you love and services that people offer over here, and from any aspect, hair, care to, farms, whatever, I want to hear about the positive experiences. So I'm inviting you to take part in compiling the best of what is being offered all over Africa, not just Ghana. And then we're trying to do that. So the back-end book and the top hidden costs of repatriation have went some ways towards doing this, but come on with it. I even put the best YouTube channels to check out. The best, and I didn't put mine in that list, but I love if somebody else would come on and say, "Ooh, we think you should be invested," so I can have some justification for my channel investment. But it's whatever. I want to put the best channels that I think offer a wide amount of information, and that are focused on building. Okay, because whatever condition we find Africa in, if you think it's somebody else's job to deal with it, you are mistaken. It's Africans all over the world who are responsible for shoring up whatever issues we have here. And we honestly don't want other people's solutions. We need our own. If we see a problem, roll the sleeves up and get busy. That's what I can say. As opposed to, having a whole pity party. But I mean, pity parties are allowed to. Let's tell the people we all have it from time to time. But I don't want to record mine, okay? What I want to record are the aspects that we can work on and work from. So that's it. Any more updates? I have a lot of updates. Henry Campus Conference, mid-December. I'll put the link under there, under the video, so you guys can check that out. If you're involved in hemp, cannabis, or any type of agribusiness anywhere in this world and you are African, this is something we are not ahead of the curve on, okay? So this conference is important for that reason. We need to get up to speed and we need to get ahead of the curve before the curve whips around and cracks our back. And I think we should be tired of that. Every industry we look at, we are lagging for the most part. So this is an emerging industry here in Africa. Let's not be the last to know how that industry is being conducted and for whose interest. So let's work on our own behalf. Let's participate in the conference. Let's put forth our best effort at getting ahead of the curve. I have hope. Maybe I'm a dreamer. Maybe I'm a dreamer. I'll give myself that. And I'm not going to acquiesce and just say, okay, the industry is already being ran and overrun by Euro-focused and Eurocentric business interests. That's what some people are saying already, and it ain't even legal. But I'm a dreamer, and I'm inviting you guys to participate. And let's see if we can put some real teeth to this dream. So that's one thing. Then let me talk about this other aspect. Our big topics. Can I say that? Ease, liquor, and love. Okay. I'm gonna hit all of those points today. We're talking about the cannabis and the hemp. Let's go to the love. The Black Love Tour is teaming up with New African.
10 minutes.
I'm at the 10-minute mark. Let's go. The Black Love Tour is teaming up with the New African to present a singles retreat here in Ghana next year. So I want you to be on the lookout. We're rolling out our first event, which will be a speed dating event in the holiday season. Stay tuned for the details on that. Believe it or not, besides literally fleeing America, this topic is the one that I get the most messages about. Hook me up. I want some love in Africa too, but it's here for you. Love in Africa is available for you all over the world. Make no mistake. You don't have to come to Ghana to get it, but we certainly invite you here to take part in what we're doing. Bam, speaking of love.
Stay tuned.
So, what's the other update? Liquor, capital fundraising. Come on, baby, come on, really don't get shot. We're not talking about the real deal here. We love liquor. Now, I don't mean liquor in a way that you traditionally may have thought about. But if you look at my channel, you see that I have an interesting background in artisan, craft brewing, and distilling. Of course, I brought my interests to Africa to build whatever I can build with that and add to what's already going on here in that environment. So, I teamed up with the International Institute of the Family to begin to raise the funds to build a microbrewery and microdistillery here in Ghana. And I'm so happy. We have a resident engineer on deck. He'll be here in a couple of months. So we will start building business in the metal and getting our place in order. So I will put a link down for that as well. And I would love to have people, let's do away with this idea of you can't send money to Africa for this matter. That's all foolishness. As you can see, it's multinationals doing business here every day. All of them are not headquartered here. People are making serious moves here, whether they're on the ground or not. In our case, and with a lot of us, you have a team in place, you gotta use it, and you can't be afraid of it. I know there's some bad actors and some bad examples. That's why we're doing referral service, so you can start to separate, the helpful from the not so helpful. So in our case, we're on the record with everything we're doing. That's why we put some of it in writing, just so we can say that, hey, I'm not just telling you this. I stand by everything that I'm sharing with you and the people that I'm working with. I stand by them too. And I want to extend New African in that way because that is the spirit that represents, what we're doing and what we're all about. So that being said, we covered our favorite topics. What else we want to talk about? I got some not so great topics I'm going to talk about in terms of this NSARS campaign in Nigeria and how it relates to law enforcement on an international level. We're not going to do that in this video, but be looking forward to that. That's the video that got caught up between the upload and YouTube. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I haven't been able to really get into that information as much as I want to, but I definitely will. It's a very important topic for me. If you guys don't know our history as a family, we're from Chicago, and police brutality is a huge problem there. It's something that has impacted us personally, and it's one of those things that coming to Africa, you hope will be alleviated. And unfortunately, that's not always the case. So we definitely going to be talking more about that on the channel, so look forward to that. What's my time?
15
minutes. That's our updates. Thank you so
safe.
much.
Be safe. Safe.
Stay safe. Yes, everybody stay safe. Especially, dodge that coronavirus if you can. and start on your son and Christ in you. And